Flick through the pages of history and you'll see that the Land Rover Defender is a constant character in the automotive landscape. To paraphrase a popular song, when the going gets tough, buy a Defender. This is likely the last time we will drive a Defender as we know it.
Why the history lesson? Well, unfortunately the Land Rover Defender goes out of production at the beginning of 2016 after a briefly extended life. It was meant to be towards the end of 2015, but due to an influx of orders, the outpouring of love for this old dog, Land Rover decided to extend its life just a little bit. Now, there were some special edition cars brought out to celebrate that, and here at Inside Lane we're doing our own little celebration for the Defender. This machine that has brought this country so much, be it off-roading enthusiasts or a bit of extra poke when it comes to military might. We've come here to Salisbury Plains, where the British military actually train their tank drivers and their off-road experts, to sort of put the Defender through its paces for the last time and say farewell to this absolutely legendary machine. Powered by a 2.2 litre diesel engine with about 120 brake horsepower. That doesn't sound like a lot for such a heavy car. The important bit is that it's got 360 Newton meters of torque, a locking differential and all-wheel drive. We're currently in low range because we're tackling some very undulating terrain here. We want to sort of control our pace a bit more. And the immediate thing you get from this car is just that it's infinitely capable. It's very, very focused on the job at hand. Okay, we're going to briefly glass over this. On road, its manners aren't exactly the greatest. It leans in corners, it bounces you about thanks to that suspension that's primarily for off-roading. And it's obviously very noisy and not the fastest vehicle ever because it has the aerodynamic properties of a shed. But out here, it is in its element. This is what it was designed to do. You don't try and carve a turkey with a spoon, so why would you try and do the school run in a Defender? This thing is at its heart an off-roader, and I hope that every single one sees some mud at some point in its life. Decades of loyal service, and here we are. We near the end of this beautifully simple machine. Everything in here is rectangular. You could use big thick gloves to push all of the buttons. You know, there's hardly enough space for my arm down here. Everything you bump your elbow into hurts. The control weights are very heavy, but it's all done deliberately. It's to make it the ultimate off-roader. And if we're perfectly honest, nothing else that is road legal and can be bought by the public and is mass produced can really touch the Defender. And it's been like that for decades. Why is it the end for the Defender? Well, technology's sort of caught up with this old girl now, and we're finding that computers can work out things a lot better than the average user could. This vehicle actually takes a lot of skill to use to its maximum potential. I'm sure there'll be some off-road enthusiasts telling me that I'm doing it all wrong. But at the end of the day, this vehicle is stern, it's stubborn, it's like a mule. It has been unrelenting over the years, but it's always got the job done. And it's only in the past 10 years, when the British military have needed something a bit more bomb-proof, that we've looked at more armoured military vehicles than this. But certainly, most of Africa, the first car they saw was one of these Land Rover Defenders. This car is an icon, a beautiful bloody icon, and I love it. For all its faults, I love it, and I know that I am not alone. You can take gradients that are 45 degrees, and the incredible approach and departure angles thanks to its bodywork, which doesn't overhang very much. And though these tyres are technically road tyres, they're suitably knobbly for some of the rough stuff around here. This station wagon seats 7. The two rearmost seats fold away, so you can put the dog in the back. And this great towering giant, both in character and its physical demeanour, has real presence, commanding road position if you are on the road. People give you a very, very wide berth. It's an absolute testament to Men who spend their lives in sheds, tinkering, inventing. That's exactly what this machine is. It's a case of if it's not broken, don't fix it. It's seen very few revisions over the decades. And I think that really says something to the original engineers, designers, manufacturers of this car. Italy, you can keep Ferrari. Germany, you can keep BMW. Because right here in Old Blighty, we love a Defender. If you're stuck halfway up a mountain with a broken leg, it's a Defender that will come and get you. If you're in the middle of nowhere and your house is burning down, it's a Defender that will come and put out the fire. And if you're in some war-torn part of the world, odds are evac is coming from a Defender. It doesn't quiver, it doesn't question the extreme positions that you put it in. It's the embodiment of that true British stiff upper lip. It just gets on with it.
And so the final chapter closes on this living legend. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. The symbol of our nation on four wheels, both at home and abroad. On the battlefield, uncharted territory to the ends of the earth and back. This institution, this enabler of adventure and discovery has stood tall, never given in, and delivered in the most honest and honourable manner. After nearly 5 decades, it earns its rest. Farewell to our Defender of the Realm.